I don't like being disappointed when I go to the movies, but sometimes that just happens. I expected better. I expected so much better from On Swift Horses. So I just saw On Swift Horses, directed by Daniel Minahan, stars Jacob Elordi, Will Poulter, Daisy Edgar-Jones, Diego Calva, and Sasha Calle. You can read, it's right up there. How to even describe the movie? Because the problem with this movie is the plot is just very unfocused. There's no clear objective here on what we're trying to do other than to show that nobody is what they seem, except him. He's 100% himself the entire time. And her too, I guess, but in him too. But these two, I had a hard time sympathizing or even liking these two just because of how deceptive their characters were. And I think I probably would have sympathized with him a little bit because, sympathizing with the villain of the movie, so to speak, is not unheard of. But he's such a good dude. He's such a good dude that I had a hard time liking her, and I was very indifferent about him. This is an awkward love story of sorts. It's all about, people finding who they are and being happy, and sometimes the choices we make lead us in the wrong direction. At least I think, again, this movie has no clear objective. We know from the jump, from the very beginning of the movie, that Muriel is going to be a problem because it's in her behavior, the way her character is written. Again, from like the first, I'd say 5 minutes. We know she's living a lie. She is deceptive. She is, pretending to be somebody she's not and thinking she's doing it for his sake. And we also know that he's like that as well because when they meet, it's like two kindred spirits. Like meets like. They recognize each other right away. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with this. I guess the intention was we were supposed to sympathize with her. Her being in kind of this dead life, if you will. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a good dude. But she's in this kind of dead life, and she's seeking out all these other things just to feel alive. Whether it's gambling, hiding the money and keeping it from him, or, having these little clandestine affairs with other women, if you will. And this man is just searching for love. The problem is he can't seem to keep his head on straight, bless his little heart. And he wants to be a legit human being. He's trying to get away from being a thief. He's trying to get away from being such a liar and deceptive. But, again, like calls alike, kindred spirits and all that. Sometimes it's not opposites attract. Sometimes you end up meeting your reflection and you're just stuck there. I thought I had a pimple on my eyeball. Nope, that's a freckle. It's a freckle. 5 out of 10. That's the best I can do. The highlight here is the acting. Amazing performances from Daisy Edgar-Jones, Jacob Elordi, and Will Poulter. Diego Calva, I've been obsessed with him since Babylon.